You Were Never Really Here is one of the most interesting takes on a relatively common and simple story of, revenge and rescue action film that I've really ever seen.
State Senator Albert Vato. His teenage daughter's missing.
What's the lead?
He got an anonymous text with an address.
I've heard of these places. They said you were brutal.
I can be.
I want you to hurt them.
So this movie stars Joaquin Phoenix as the main character, and he is a veteran that is kind of working as almost like a private investigator, or at least helping a private investigator. And he finds people. If someone is kidnapped or disappears, like, you can hire him and he will find them, he will bring them back, and no matter where they are or what or who took them. And he is a damaged character. You get this in a lot of flashbacks. That's the thing. At a certain point, it's almost a little not enough information, but there is no exposition. There is only a couple of random quick flashbacks, and then they never say outright what happened, but you can glean from the flashbacks that he was a veteran, and he's kind of haunted by some of the things he saw over there. There usually is a young foot in the sand, and he's also haunted by things that happened to him as a child. And again, they show bits and pieces throughout the whole movie. He keeps thinking about it, but it's obvious that his father abused him and his mother, and then one time he had enough of it and he killed his father with a ball-peen hammer. And that's his weapon of choice when he's going after pedophiles that kidnapped this new girl. And that's where he's hired, because this person's girl has disappeared. And the problem is that the people that kidnapped her, let's just say that she is a very rich and powerful man's favorite girl. And he will not be happy about having his favorite rescued. So let's just say that shit hits the fan, and pretty much destroys his life, and he has to, fight back. And it is really impressive. It really subverts so many of the genre cliches. But at a certain point, it's almost unsatisfying at times. Because you see, he's gonna go wreck some people. And then, you see him, wind up, and then, the camera shifts so that you don't really see it happen. Or sometimes they even switch to, security footage. But, it has the impact. But it's I was expecting it to be more like Drive. The ultra realistic violence that is, really hits hard. But it's not it's almost that, but it kind of cuts away every time. Almost every time. But really, Joaquin Phoenix, he really steps into this character and delivers a great performance. You really believe him as this character, as someone that is strong but really damaged. And you see him with his ill mother taking care of her. And you see him at a certain time, he's almost acting childish and almost self-harm with a knife, playing games with it. But the next time he's taking care of her, you see he has a lot of love in him, but he's damaged at his core. He's fractured. And it's so many really interesting moments throughout the movie. And it's filmed incredibly well. The director and writer, Lynn Ramsey, did an excellent job with this. And it's too bad it doesn't seem it's going to get much of a release. I mean, if you can stand films like these, I would definitely recommend it. But it's just with a caveat, because it is a tough watch at times. It's hard-hitting, but also unsatisfying. It's not entertaining, but it's a really interesting watch. I really have two favorite moments that kind of fly in the face of everything that an action movie should do, or a viewer expects it to do. And to talk about it, I do have to spoil, but it's not that important to the story. I mean, especially the first one to be more, and then the second one will be a little more of a spoiler, but it's more, the second one will be more about what the movie isn't. But at a certain point, Joaquin, he is ambushed by some guys, and he shoots both of them, and one of them is dead, and the other one is wounded. And you think, okay, as a viewer, like, okay, now this is going to be the torture scene where he gets information from this goon, and he tries to find out, where the next step will be. How will he find and rescue the girl? And you think it's going to be like that. Even like it starts to be like that because he stomps on the guy's wound, and then it's almost like something clicks in him. And is like, no, this isn't right. And you see him instead. He props him up, and he gives him a glass of water and a pain pill. And then it feels a moment like, yeah, we're both just hired guns. You're the hired gun of an evil pedophile, and I'm the hired gun of someone that's trying to rescue her. But it's like a moment that we're not that different, and they sit next to each other, and he tells him what he needs to know, and then they hold hands as he dies. It's such a interesting moment in the movie. And the other moment is towards the end, and again, this is more of a spoiler, but at the same time, it's more about what the movie isn't. But everything from watching action movies, you can tell this movie is leading up to a big climax where he's going to have a huge fight, and he's going to have to kill a bunch of guys to rescue this girl. And I think maybe because he has a hammer, I think maybe it might be like Old Boy or something. And it's building up to that. And you see the scenes are extended, the scene keeps extending, and you're not getting the confrontation you expect. And oh, okay, so it's not going to be a huge battle, but he's still going to have to, fight the main villain and defeat him. And then and he sees the main villain, and it's like he has his heroic victory stripped away from him. And this moment is you could feel that the viewer and Joaquin Phoenix, they're both feeling those same emotions, that you're expecting that heroic moment that he's going to rescue the day, and then it's the rug is pulled right out from under him. And you see this, he's already a fractured person, but this moment, it almost breaks him. And Joaquin's acting in this is amazing. Award worthy, although I don't think this movie will get the recognition that to get an award, but it almost feels like it deserves it. Because in this moment, it's just so powerful, where it's and you feel with him, you sympathize with him, because you were thinking that same thing. You were expecting that heroic moment, and you don't get it. Instead, you get something else. And I love that this relationship with Joaquin and the little girl, they're almost mirror images of each other. And and afterwards, the epilogue, you get what will his character be able to continue his own story and maybe help this girl, or will he not be able to because he's a broken person? But she's broken too, but maybe he can help her, and maybe he can't. It's so interesting, some of these moments, and I think that's where the title kind of brings in, where it's if he died, would anyone even know? Would he even know he was ever really here? And it's just it's so interesting, but at the same time, the movie is unsatisfying. As I love action films, and there's so many sort of tropes and genre cliches that are rooted in within me in my expectations, where I wanted something else, but at the same time what I got was more interesting and made it different from everything else. And I would recommend it. I give it an 8.5 out of 10. It just, maybe 8.75. It's just such an interesting movie that I would recommend, but definitely it's not an easy watch. So thanks for watching, and you can check out my other review playlist around my head, or subscribe to me over here. And sorry about my voice. I have a little bit of laryngitis, but I think I'm finally getting a little bit better. Thanks for watching.